In Paul versus McCormack, the court also rejected an argument that the case ought to be dismissed as presenting a political question. The court concluded in a case involving the refusal of House of Representatives to seat Adam Clayton Powell that the decision to exclude members was not textually committed to the House, with the exception of criteria identified in Article 1, Section 5 relating to age, citizenship, and state residency. Since the refusal to seat Powell was based on a determination that Powell had acted unethically prior to his election, the court found the exclusion not authorized by Article 1 and ordered Powell's seating. In Nixon versus United States, the court found a textual commitment to the Senate of the manner in which it might try a federal officer for impeachment. Judge Walter Nixon, convicted in an impeachment proceeding for accepting a bribe, argued that the Senate proceeding violated the Constitution because under Senate impeachment rules, he was allowed to bring certain evidence only before a Senate committee, not the full Senate. The court refused to interpret the word try, concluding that the framers reserved the question for the Senate itself to answer. In 2006, the U.S. Supreme Court in League of Latin American Citizens versus Perry revisited the issue of the legality of Tom DeLay's plan for reapportioning taxes. The court remained unconvinced that a meaningful standard for judging partisan gerrymandering existed, thus seemingly giving the green light to partisan map drawing whenever one party controls both state houses and the governorship. The court did, however, find that one of the redrawn districts discriminated against Latino voters in violation of the Voting Rights Act and ordered that district lines be redrawn to restore Latino voting powers to its pre-existing state. Thus, federal courts will refuse to hear a case if they find it presents a political question. This phrase is construed narrowly, and it does not stop courts from hearing cases about controversial issues like abortion or politically important topics like campaign finance. Rather, the Supreme Court has held that federal courts should not hear cases which deal directly with issues that Constitution makes the sole responsibility of the other branches of government. Therefore, the courts has held that the conduct of the foreign relations is the sole responsibility of the executive branch, and cases challenging the way the executive is using that power presents political question in Otigen versus Central Leather Company. The court has held that lawsuits challenging Congress procedure for impeachment proceedings present political questions in Nixon versus United States.